Hey everybody, what's up? We are back with another stock analysis. Today we're looking at GRRR Technology. So they are primarily software focusing on video intelligence, Internet of Things, security, edge AI, data analytics, and operational technology, security solutions and services. So fairly wide range of software. Some things to note right off the bat: $281 million market cap. So not too high, actually very small. And one thing I will say is that this stock is very much trending right now, especially towards the end of 2024. It was up massively. Target price is at $20, which it actually was just at probably a week or two ago. And no listed long term growth rate right now, but I'd imagine it is very, very high. The growth summaries that we do have are positive, other than some book value, which doesn't mean too much when there aren't any other estimates. But overall, the sales estimate and the EBITDA estimate are positive, and the free cash flow is very positive. So definitely promising. Not too much information with the company yet. One thing I'm just going to go into right off the bat is their stock price has seen a very long and painful history, but recently they have kind of seen a huge comeback where they've been in a downtrend for many months. They went public, it looks like, in 2022, and since then almost entirely just went down, other than a few bright spots, which were very quickly shot back down. But for right now, they had an earnings report recently, which we will go into in a little bit, that ended up being very positive, and they've seen a big run up from that. And now it's looking like they could hit some new recent highs soon, just based on how the chart is kind of moving. You could see they did find support, which in the past, it seems like they kind of struggled with, where they shot up and then just continued back down. And you could kind of see that in multiple places where they shot up, found a little bit of support, and just dropped back down, shot up, didn't really find anything, dropped back down, including here where they actually did find a little bit of support, but it just didn't hold for very long. So this could be just another story of the stock not able to find support and dropping, which definitely could happen. But we will look at the financials, go over that earnings report a little bit, see what's going on there. And yeah, so let's just get into that a little bit more. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. I'm trying to get more subscribers, so definitely do that. Let's head into the income statement, see what we're dealing with here, see what we can see with the company so far. So it looks like we don't have a ton of data, and also apparently nothing for 2024, at least from what I could see here. This is fiscal quarters. Fiscal years, let's see. So how about non-finalized? Okay, so honestly not sure what to say with the data here, because so far we don't have too much information with 2024. Actually, we have no data at all, despite there being an earnings report. So it could just be that FactSet, which is a software I use, does not have that data yet. So let's just go into here and kind of see what's going on. So revenue in the past quarter, maybe we can find something. Obviously, they did have a huge uptick in revenue in 2023, which you could see here. Security Convergence was a huge segment for them. Maybe we can find some statements, some recent statements, and it looks like there's genuinely nothing for 2024 at all. So I don't know where to find the information from this. I mean, the two things that I use are FactSet and TradingView, and having nothing on either of those, I don't have too much to go into. So we can go off of the information that I have available to me, which unfortunately is outdated now. But 2023 was a record year for them. You could see massive sales increase, profitability ticked up for the first time since they've been public, which is good. Let's check out the balance sheet a little bit. And we can see a lot of asset growth. Nothing too crazy, actually. Mostly staying the same. Decent amount of cash, though, although they do have a lot of short-term, not too much long-term debt, though, which is okay. But a lot of times this short-term debt will just convert into long-term if it doesn't get paid off, which right now it looks like they won't be able to pay all of it off. So that will most likely become long-term debt. But overall, it looks all right for now. Property, plant, and equipment is actually decreasing over the past 2 years. Let's head into cash flows, see what we can find out. So again, not too much information on this company. I don't know where I can find recent information or why it's not available to me. But again, FactSet and TradingView both have nothing on this. I'm sure there is something somewhere, but not the stuff that I use and am familiar with. But Overall, looks like 2023 was a fairly good year for them, other than their cash flows so far, where operations were positive, which is good, but they also looks like they ended up cash flow negative, mostly because of purchasing investments, which is not anything too bad. Also, a lot of changes in working capital, mostly from receivables, which is just people that they have to pay. Um, or sorry, actually, that could be cash that they just haven't received yet. Now that I'm thinking about it, but so overall, I'm going to say that it does look like they are making improvements. Obviously, this is a high growth industry. I don't think there's much more information we're going to be able to get out of the company, unfortunately, just because of wherever they report to, there isn't updated reports for them. The 5-year averages of their profitability ratios are looking really good, though. So gross margin is at 68, which is way higher than their average of 40. Net margin is positive, way higher than negative 80, which is their old average. If we go to their debt to equity, we can see it is at 12%, which is very, very manageable, very good, and below the 5-year average of 19%, which is good. So now let's try to see if we could find anything about this recent earnings report. I honestly am not expecting to be able to, but okay, so it looks like we actually do have stuff here, but for some reason, okay, so this is Q1 2024. So overall, not a lot here. It looks like we can see some 2025 outlook, though, which would be interesting. That is definitely something that can actually provide some value here. So, robust outlook for 2024, projecting stronger growth in 2025. 2024 revenues to reach 72 million, slightly above the estimate, with an EBITDA margin of over 20% and net income of over 10 million. Backlogs going into 2025 stand at 93 million, so solid foundation for growth. Projects revenues to surpass 90 million versus the estimate of 86, which is good. Net income exceeding 15 million for 2025, which is basically a 50% increase year over year, which could be really good. Again, these are estimates and outlook, but overall, the outlook here is very positive, which is good. There's definitely a lot that we have to see still from the company, but overall, it looks like there are a few more things. Innovation and product development. Intelligent Network Director launched in October is seeing strong market demand and will make a significant impact with full release set for 2025, which is good. Share repurchases. Looks like they are actively repurchasing shares. So one thing to note, though, it is $6 million worth of shares, which honestly isn't that crazy considering it's, I'm trying to think, like a $300 million company. So it is a significant thing when they do start. But again, 280 million market cap, 6 million worth of shares isn't crazy, but it is a positive indicator to know that they are doing a share buyback. And they are confident that the current stock price does not reflect its true value, especially given strong cash reserves and solid growth outlook. So the company believes in itself, which is good and positive. Unfortunately, there's not a ton of information available for them. So there's not much that I can really say here. Now, there are a lot of updates in 2024, but it's not giving me specifics. And I can't really see. So we have 2023's information, but there are no specifics for 2024. So unfortunately, that's where I'm going to have to leave it for today. There is a lot of positive outlook for this company, in my opinion. I do think it has a lot of room to grow. Now, I do believe it will probably retrace from where it's at now, just based on its pattern and history of where it's been. And also just knowing that, at least for me and people that are researching the stock, I'm assuming it's kind of difficult to get information on them. There was apparently a report here, but I cannot find any information on it, although they do have some a little bit here, but I can't find the actual financials for it. So basically, that is all I have for now. Hope you learned a little bit. There's definitely a lot of upside here, a lot of potential, definitely something to pay attention to. And yeah, that's all I got. So have a good one. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and I will see everybody in the next video.